Hey, what's going on everyone? Sean from All Things EV, and I've had something important on my heart for the last year that I think is really important to share on this platform. I'm concerned about the influence American auto dealerships have on the consumer electric vehicle buying process. So much so that I think they are a threat to EV adoption. Let me explain. If one wants to acquire something, there's almost a guarantee that there are several ways to do it. This is true for nearly everything from mobile phones to real estate. In the internet age, information is king, and consumers no longer rely on a single medium to buy products. A brief look at forums online will prove that people are prone to researching hard before they purchase something substantial. It is not rare to find manufacturers such as Apple or third-party suppliers doing business directly with their consumer base. Even in my profession, real estate, consumers have the option to sell their house on their own, use an all-cash online service, or work with a listing agent. Multiple options just make perfect sense. That is, of course, unless one is buying a brand new car. Cars are high-ticket items, widely considered as one's second biggest purchase after a home. With so much at stake for consumers, one would be inclined to think that consumers actually have a lot of choices when it comes to how they wish to buy a vehicle. Unfortunately, that is not the case. In New York, for example, with the exception of the capped 5 Tesla stores in the state, if you want to buy a new car, you need to go through a dealership. More interestingly, those 5 Tesla stores managed to sell 10,000 EVs in 2020. While the 800 dealerships in that same state only sold about 800. The dealership model for auto sales has been around for a while. In the United States, the practice has been going on for nearly a century. In 17 states, including New York, New Jersey, and Texas, current law prohibits automotive manufacturers from selling direct to consumers. Automotive dealer associations can sugarcoat it with statements about their concern for consumers all they want. But dealers put their own interest in mind before they consider their customers. This is a key reason why their lobbying efforts have focused on blocking automakers from selling directly to the public. According to a recent Bloomberg opinion piece, political donations by auto dealers over the last 5 electoral cycles tallied a whopping $75.7 million, and 83% of those donations went to the Republican Party. This far dwarfs manufacturers' political contributions of $21.9 million over the same period, and spread out 50-50 between the 2 major political parties. What's perplexing to me is that for a party that largely supports small government and free market, Republicans appear to be the enablers of this overreach of law and antitrust maneuvers around the car buying process. The data speaks for itself too. In states where consumers have both dealer and direct-to-manufacturer models, EV sales flourish. California, a state that allows both models and offers EV tax incentives, leads the U.S. in total EV state registrations with nearly 367,000 as of the end of 2020. That's compared to just over 47,000 EV registrations in New York based on 2021 numbers. According to The Atlantic, Florida, a state that has 0 EV tax credit incentives and allows direct sale as an option for purchasing a new car, sold 60% more EVs than the similar sized state of New York. This boils down to consumer access to those cars. The greater the access, the higher EV sales. Tesla, for example, currently has 17 stores in Florida. However, in New York, by law, they are not allowed to open any more than the 5 they currently have. Other direct sale EV manufacturers like Rivian and Lucid are completely blocked out due to auto dealer lobbying. Dealers simply don't want the competition, and they have leveraged franchise dealer laws to limit free market and consumer choice. I know firsthand about this anti-competitive protectionism from auto dealers. When a bill was up for vote in my home state of Colorado, the Colorado Automotive Dealership Association, better known as CATA, fought hard to stop a 2019 bill led by Rivian that would allow manufacturers to sell direct. At the time, Tesla was the only manufacturer allowed to sell in the state. Thanks in no small part to lobbying from CATA, Rivian's efforts failed in 2019. However, in 2020, State Senator Chris Hansen introduced a similar bill, Senate Bill 167, to amend a part of the Colorado law. CATA CEO Tim Jackson went on the record about the bill that would give consumers the right to choose how they want to buy their car, saying you can't put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. However, with the public testimonies of key organizations, EV owners like myself, and many unspoken individuals, the bill passed that year. This is not an isolated practice from auto dealers. Dealers were successful in stopping direct sale bills that were up for vote in Texas, Washington, and Georgia in 2021. Dealership associations use partial truths, misinformation, and smoke and mirror tactics to effectively protect their business model. A similar bill, S 1763/A4614, is currently up for vote in New York this legislative session. Legislators are seeing similar pressure from the New York State Automotive Dealership Association. However, if the state is to reach their emission goals, sales of 3 million EVs by 2030, it is imperative consumers and organizations speak up about having equal access to all models of buying cars. More simply put, if states want to sell more EVs, they must open up the buying process to direct sale. I'm not saying we should completely eliminate the dealer model. I am saying we should support a level playing field with various ways to buy new EVs. Let the consumer decide which buying process they prefer. Free market and consumer choice must prevail. This is Sean Mitchell from All Things EV, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Have you purchased a car through a dealership, and what was that experience like? And conversely, have you purchased direct from a manufacturer like Tesla and others? And which one did you prefer? Sound off in the comments down below, and I'll catch you on the next video.